So Jack, what episode is this? Is this the 5th, the 7th? Because the last time we edited it was like the 5th one, even though that could have been the 7th one. So what is this one?
Welcome to the 6th episode of Critical and Cynical, and whatever the hell Tori is supposed to be.
I teleport from couch to couch in you guys' show every single time, so that's why I'm here.
Why do we have him on this show again, Brandon? Anyway, we're gonna be talking about movie reviews we regret, or like opinions on movies that have changed, but because I just think that would be a little fun topic for us to do. But before we do that, we're gonna give some dishonorable mentions. Brandon, these are ones we're not really gonna go in depth about, but just think they're worth mentioning. Brandon, do you have a dishonorable mention?
No.
Okay,
Well,
Tori, do you have a dishonorable mention?
I do have a couple dishonorable mentions. First one I'm gonna get out of the way is Rob Zombie's Halloween. As a kid, when I watched a lot of horror movies, I started with the remakes because that's the ones that I got a hold of first. And then it was Rob Zombie's Halloween, freaked me out, and then I saw the original one, really good. So now I look back at it, I just really don't like it anymore. Another one that's a remake is the Psycho 1998 with Vince Vaughn. Oh god, that was awful. It's just a shot-for-shot remake, and then again, once I got a hold of the old one, it's a lot better. And then my final one, I'm gonna say James Cameron's Avatar. I really am sick and tired of that movie, honestly, and you guys probably will agree with me that it's just a mashup of just a bunch of movies, and it's just annoying.
Are you not excited for Avatar 2? And
No, they already
Avatar
have
4?
19 of them planned out.
And Avatar 5.
They have, if you look at IMDb, they
just
have
finished
like-
the script for 5.
there's a script for 19 of them. If you look at it, it's like Avatar 1 through 5, and then there's Avatar 19. It's like, what? But I don't know. I'm just sick of seeing Avatar, and then again, we have that whole area at Disneyland where I'm like, what part of Disney owns Avatar? That's what I'm like concerned. So Avatar, I'm done with it.
Mine, those are all really good, and I'm glad that you've changed your opinions on those, especially Halloween, because
Yeah.
I don't entirely like Rob Zombie's
It's
Halloween.
pretty much like a giant music video.
But the ones that I've changed my opinions on, the remake of The Wolfman, I changed my opinions on. I remember seeing that in the theater. It was the first rated R film I got to see in the theater. I was just excited because of all the references to the original Wolfman, but then when I really started to think about it, it angered me a lot more, but I still own it for some reason, need to get rid of it. Another review that I regret was X-Men Origins Wolverine. I didn't know really, and that's kind of sad to say because it's kind of unanimously agreed upon that's horrible, but I didn't know much about the X-Men in comics, films, cartoons, or anything, and I didn't know who Deadpool was, so at the time I liked it. But once I got into the world of the X-Men and got more into filmmaking, and I saw, there's a ton of flaws in this movie. It's terrible. And the other one, the dishonorable mention, is Dark Knight Rises, and that's the first review I gave. And it's not that I think it's a bad movie, it's just I regret being overly positive towards it because
I feel like it was just too hyped.
I've watched it, you can't really top The Dark Knight. I've watched it since, and I just don't get that high that I got. And it's probably because the first time I saw it, it was during a marathon where all these people were there, it was causing it. It's an okay movie, but I regret giving it a really high rating. So let's get started. Each person is going to give one, and we will be talking about it. Brandon, we don't know what you're going to be saying.
I'm so afraid.
I think I know what you're going to say, but I could be wrong.
Brandon?
What is your regret?
He's gonna hit it.
I think it's going to be Rogue One.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Okay, that's not what I was...
That's what I thought was.
But still,
Oh god.
actually...
And Deadpool.
And Deadpool!
No.
You have to pick one. You have to pick one for a certain time.
It'll be Rogue One.
Okay, but that's for another
fine.
video he'll probably do in the
Oh,
future.
thanks.
Right? Because Brandon... But yeah, we need to know. Brandon has his own YouTube channel now. 7 out of 10.
He gives everything 7 out of 10.
We'll put a link for it. Yeah, he said he wanted to do that. We're going to put a link to his channel in the description below. And he just did a review for Spider-Man Homecoming. It's really good. And his Howard the Duck one is going to be on the way. So check out 7 out of 10. But anyway, and he probably will eventually do Deadpool and give his full thoughts on that. Brandon, Rogue One, go.
It's such a great movie. Don't you remember everything? I love it. I loved the part where Darth Vader killed everyone. Then you get out of the theater and you're like, oh wait,
There was more?
there was nothing. The movie was nothing. I don't remember one character's name.
Is that your biggest flaw with Rogue One, the characters?
No, it'd probably be the fact that they just straight up inserted some guy into the X-Wing.
The stock footage.
Oh yeah. You mean, so you're not a fan of them bringing back the old people through archive footage and CGI?
CGI.
CGI? Yeah.
You didn't realize Pierre Cushing, that wasn't him?
So a lot of people didn't realize on the internet that it was CGI, except for the fact that it was very obviously CGI after about 5 seconds, because he kept talking and they kept bringing him back.
Yeah, you know, I'm a
Right from the dead, and Disney won't stop bringing him back. Alec Guinness will 100% be back for Han Solo.
Won't he be rolling over in his grave because he can't escape this franchise?
He won't be rolling over in his grave because he'll be back to life. He'll be out of there. He'll be shuffled around his corpse forever, just like Stan Lee.
Oh God.
Cameos forever.
Not forever. Stan Lee died in 2006. And has been CGI'd ever since.
What about when he at the theater where he put his handprints on?
That was a body double.
The life model decoy?
No, that was actually Kevin Feige in makeup.
Alright, back to Rogue One
Like
though.
Mickey Mouse.
Back to Rogue One though. We've all kind of talked about it. Tori and I did a crossover episode about why we would not buy Rogue One. And a lot of what Brandon says is what we have. Like, the movie really cemented what I thought of Gareth Edwards as a director, where he can't make his characters interesting.
They had a really, really interesting backstory with the headless ones. They were on screen for 2.5 seconds. The Monks of the Force, they didn't do it at all. Bord Golett, the best character in the movie, they didn't.
Oh, you mean the little tentacle monster?
Yeah. There it goes.
It kind of gets. I saw it the second time and it got worse, kind of.
Somebody told me as a joke there'd be a sequel, and they're like, it's episode 4, but there's so little content in the movie, I thought they were not joking. They could legitimately make a sequel to it.
Rogue One.
There was so little content in those characters. If you told me, hey, we're going to make a sequel with Jin as growing up, you could do it. Because there's nothing.
There's a book.
There's a book.
There's a book.
Oh, there's a book!
Well, I know they
Well,
also.
I didn't know there was a book. Next time I'll just read the book instead of seeing the movie.
I know.
It's not like Star Wars was the movie. You gotta read the book. It's got 8 colored pages in the middle with stills from the movie.
How else are you supposed to know about these characters? Not from
Oh, look at the colored pages.
How else are you supposed to know these characters? You can't just watch the movie.
They're like the characters you like. The guy shoots a guy right in the face. Just like Han Solo, like you wanted. He's just as good.
Oh,
Foreign box office.
I'm not sure there's anything else even related to this. Do you have anything you really want to bring up about Rogue One? Anything else?
I liked the ship designs.
Is that it?
the Hammer ship.
I liked the U-wing, and I liked Krennic's ship, and I liked nothing else.
So you only like the ships.
I don't remember anything else that happened in that
Do
movie.
you remember when you see all the references?
Who the
Like,
When C-3PO comes and is thematically inconsistent to episode 4 because they just changed episode 4 because they can. They're just as bad as Lucas. Just as bad.
remember the guy who got his arm cut off in episode 4? He's in this movie now.
Oh yeah, they're like, don't, and then they just walk away.
Remember Darth Vader? He's in this movie too.
That's not Darth Vader. His costume is all wrong.
Okay.
It's
He
supposed
doesn't
to
have any handprints on his whatsoever, and his necklace is all wrong, and he sounds like a 90-year-old black man.
my favorite scene in that movie though. It not only the Darth Vader scene at the very end, but this part will always get to me, where the Admiral and General was it?
Oh wait, no.
You know how? Yeah, I don't know what the
Krennic.
Krennic. When Krennic and Darth Vader, when he's like, you interrupted my bath and all that scene. But I still love the scene where he chokes on him and he goes, And
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations.
But the way he turns,
his helmet
the way he
slightly
turns-
off Kenner, so you could see there's a hole in the middle right here. It's my favorite scene of the whole movie where his helmet's not on straight because he just got out of the bath. He's like, oh shit, I gotta get out of the bath.
Just the way he turns, it's just so funny.
I like his sweet castle.
Yeah.
The one in Mustafar.
They explain that the Emperor put that castle there as like a reminder of his failure or something.
Wow, just like the
Wow,
hospital.
okay.
Yeah, just like the Palpatine's surgical hospital.
Palpatine's Memorial Hospital.
I don't think there's really anything else to say about Rogue One. We're not really fans of it. Tori, what is your biggest regret? And yeah.
So recently on the show, we were talking about Super Bowl trailers, and one of the Super Bowl trailers was Ghost in the Shell. And I remember I was excited for it. I was ready to go and watch it.
And I told you it wouldn't make any money.
Yeah, I didn't make any money, but on one of my videos we were talking about we went to go watch Ghost in the Shell, and I thought it was okay. Recently I watched it, and it's so bad. I regret giving it like an okay.
Do you like it? Did you point out? Did you seen the gif of the trailer where it's she does the flip around the pole?
Yeah.
And in the trailer, it's not her; it's the stunt double.
Yeah. But it was just, now that I looked back at it, all it is, it's just like, it's pretty much Blade Runner, like, fan service, but it wasn't even like fan service. It was just really awful.
I heard.
It was very, like, Scarlett Johansson is pretty much a robot in this movie.
Yeah, I heard there was like people who didn't really like her performance as the Major, right?
Yeah, she was, okay, when I first watched it, it was like an okay thing, because first off, I was so, like, into the like visuals of the movie, because the movie is gorgeous. Like, it's very dirty, it's very Blade Runner-y, it's very dark. But with the performance of each of the characters, it's like they're actually a robot. It's just really bad.
And was that the case in the anime or no?
Here and there. I mean,
they're supposed to be robots.
yeah, okay. But I mean, yeah, in the movie they are robots, but even the movie is so the anime movie is so complicated, and so like me and him recently we watched Akira, and he could tell you about Akira and how like crazy like the story is. But if I haven't even shown him Ghost in the Shell yet, and Ghost in the Shell is even more complicated than Akira. But the way that they told the story is just, it's so choppy, and it's just so it's not even like fan service kind of. I mean, even if we go back to it, it's just so awful and just
But they were trying to set up fan service for the sequel.
There
That's what
is
you get
no
all fan
sequel.
service you really want.
There is no sequel, and yet again, there's an extended universe. But then again, they are making a lot more anime-based movies.
Are
like
they making Akira?
a lot of rumors have been around making an Akira live action with Jordan Peele, or what is it, Jordan Peele? The guy who did Get Out. But he was on it, but then he wasn't, because one, he doesn't want to mess with it. Which is what people should do. People shouldn't tamper with another person's art, like a live action. That's why I kind of also hate live action Disney remakes. Because for one thing, I don't like them, because it's like, why would you remake something that's already been good?
It depends on the one. I hear Pete's Dragon's really good and it actually improves.
Pete's Dragon is depressing.
Oh really?
It's very depressing.
Yeah.
Like, it's very depressing.
I hear Pete's Dragon is good though, and
it's good, but it's very depressing.
I actually did like Jungle Book.
Yeah, Jungle Book was okay.
But I know what you mean. You don't really like the way they're.
I don't like when people take something that's really good and then they'll remake it into like a live action thing. Because a lot of people, they're also doing the whole Death Note thing on Netflix. Yeah. With, if you guys don't know this,
Willem Dafoe is perfectly cast.
He's perfectly cast. I'm the only reason I'm gonna watch it is just to see Willem Dafoe play Raikou. I don't know. Ghost in the Shell to me was just not good, and I could arguably agree with it. It's just not that great of a film. Just live action. I don't know if you guys have any questions for me personally about that.
Did they heavily change the movie? Is there like a big change in it that you would say would anger lots of fans?
White.
Well, aside from
it's just so much whitewash.
aside from that, because apparently, from what I understand, Japan was okay with it. Which was
Well, here's the thing.
interesting.
Japan is okay with pretty much any like American movie that is like made from Japan. Like if you guys know Ring, the Ringu is the Japanese of the Ring, and the remake of the Ring here is actually scary and it's actually good. Like he got a lot reputation.
It's easy there, pardon.
Sorry, but it's got a lot of oh my god, I did it again. Anyways, it's good. So the Ring is good, but then Ring 2 came out and it wasn't that great. But the American version of the Ring, it did it pretty well over in Japan as well. But I don't know. I don't know how that works with the whole like, because Japan, they've been doing a lot of like live action anime remakes. They're doing Tokyo Ghoul as another one, which is like my favorite all-time anime show of all time, and they're remaking it into a Japanese live action.
You're only not okay with American remakes if it's Godzilla. As if
That's true. Yeah, Godzilla.
That's when you piss them off.
That's when you piss them off. And we're gonna segue into yours because I think I know which one you're gonna talk about.
So Tori, any final thoughts on Ghost in the Shell?
It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's very beautiful. But all it is, it's just a bunch of fan service for the fans. I love the visuals like a lot, but it's now that I look back at it, it's just horribly acting and horrible plot. Gets confusing and everyone's like a giant robot. Yeah.
So then it comes to me. The film that I regret the most, like giving a positive review to, was 2014, ironically, another Gareth Edwards film, the 2014 Godzilla. So those of you who watch my channel know I am a big Godzilla fan. Also, we just recently lost Hiro Nakajima, the actor who's been the Godzilla suit for 11 films, I believe. And I was excited for this film because I thought they would really get Godzilla right, because I do remember seeing the Matthew Broderick film in the theaters. And right before this movie came out, I even did a review for the 1954 film. Great movie. I recommend the Japanese cut. It's on Criterion. Go get that version. I went into the theater, I saw it on IMAX, and I did notice the problems, but I thought maybe I'm just thinking too hard about it, and I recommended it. I got really excited, gave a pretty good review, and one of the things I regret about it is I didn't even mention Bryan Cranston, who was the best thing about it. But I saw it a second time, and I really thought about it. And I'm still torn. I don't really know if I can say it's a bad film, but it's just not good.
At first, I didn't even like it. That's the one with the monster.
With Muto, the Cloverfield monsters.
Cloverfield monster. Yeah, I didn't like that one, honestly. But you're right, Bryan Cranston is really good in that movie. But other than that, it's got nothing to redeem itself.
A lot of people make the excuse, and I think I even made that excuse in the video, but I need to come to the realization of it that, well, Godzilla doesn't really show up in the movies that much. Yeah, he doesn't, but when he does, they know how to use him on screen so you're still having fun. And he actually, almost in every film, is shown more than he probably is in the Gareth Edwards films, at least in my opinion. And when he's fighting a monster, there's more than one fight. Like that, when he shows up against the Muto, that should be the very first fight scene. I know it's a joke. Oh, little kid is watching on the TV and the mom doesn't like it, but that should have been the first fight. And Gareth Edwards teases it twice. The airport scene, and then when they're about to fight in the city, he does it again. The only time you see the fight, it's very dark. You can't see what's going on. You're still cutting back to the humans. The same thing with the Transformers films. It's really frustrating. The beginning of the film, I'm really invested because it actually seems like I like the music. I like the footage, like the old black and white footage of a Godzilla sighting. Blah 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 blah. But then it just. Gareth Edwards really, I don't know really what to think of him as a director because he's great with the visual aspects of it, but when he can't make a human character interesting at all. It's like as soon as he saw that Bryan Cranston was getting interesting, he had him killed off, just like all the Rogue One characters. Only they were never really interesting. Brandon, you saw the Godzilla film, right? What were your thoughts on it? Yeah, what was that again? Sounds like little Minya, whatever the son of Godzilla's name is. It's a frustrating, and I liked Kong Skull Island a lot better because it felt even though the characters weren't that great, it felt like a big monster movie. And you know what? I probably would rather watch the Matthew Broderick one again because yeah, it's a terrible movie, and I don't.
If anything, I would watch the old one.
I really don't like Roland Emmerich, like at all. But at least it was entertaining, and if you just took out the Godzilla name, it would be like a dumb monster movie. Mm-hmm. It's a really frustrating movie, and I don't think it still gets. I don't think it gets Godzilla still. I am glad. I was gonna say I hate to say it, but I don't hate to say it. I'm glad Gareth Edwards is not directing Godzilla 2. What's the guy's name? 2? What's the guy's name? He did Trick or Treat and Krampus. He's doing Godzilla 2.
I forget his name, but
you guys like those movies, right?
I like Trick or Treat and I like Krampus. Both of them are completely different horror movies themselves. One of them is like pretty much a comedy, and the other one is like a super serious, like fun horror film. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I just don't like the fact that they're doing another universe with this.
Yeah.
With Kong. I like Kong Skull Island. Kong Skull Island is fun. The characters are not memorable at all, but it's all about the fight scenes.
Yeah.
It's just eye candy for everyone. But to make another one and trying to redeem it from the 2014 one, you have to go all out for me.
Which I think they're doing, because basically with this one, it's a remake of Godzilla vs. Ghidorah, which is because they have the same amount of moths. That one they had Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, and Godzilla, which is what this one's going to be. It's just using the American title for Gojira, which was Godzilla King of the Monsters with Raymond Burr, and they're just using it for that. And then they're going to remake Godzilla vs. King Kong. That's fine, but you know what I prefer?
What?
Godzilla vs. Gamera. We're never gonna see that happen.
It's never gonna happen.
I would love to see Godzilla vs. Gamera.
I can't wait till they screw up Gamera too.
It's like he eats children in this version.
Oh.
Okay. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to say about Godzilla? Like, did you guys kind of share the same? Brandon, what?
It was alright.
I just didn't like it to begin with.
Cinematography, pretty.
Yeah, he's good with the visuals and the looks of his films. It's really weird looking back on it with Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson are a married couple, and I think was Ultron the same year or was it 2015?
It was the same.
2014, that would probably be the
year after.
With Brandon, when we saw Godzilla, I actually had like a fun theory about how Godzilla was in the same year. Do you want to explain that?
The radioactive powers. They all got radioactive, and he got Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver powers.
And it turned them into and maybe they were already in an incestuous relationship or something like that.
Yeah.
Just like the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
That's an Ultimate Universe.
Yeah. Which is funny because Godzilla actually did for a while exist in the Marvel comics. Not even joking.
I didn't.
Those are things on reviews that we regret. Maybe one day we'll do another one. Who knows? Brandon actually is gonna. I think he is. You said you're gonna do a review on one that you didn't mention here, like one about a certain merc with a mouth.
Maybe.
All right. So I'm gonna leave descriptions again for Brandon, as you know him as the Cynical of the Critical and Cynical. His 7 out of 10. Channel is in the link below. Tori, you know, for TAGMovieReviews, he's also in the link below, and this is my channel, so I don't need to leave a link.
No, leave a link.
Okay, I'll probably leave one just for the hell of it. Name some movies in the comments that you've changed your opinions on. I'd like to hear them. I'll see you guys later. Take care.